Hi, I'm Emily Heffner, and I'm going to be presenting my study on lifespan affected in Caenorhabditis elegans treated with cannabidiol. Okay, so just some background on cannabidiol, which is also known as CBD. So CBD is a non-psychoactive chemical found in the cannabis plant. And so recently it's been gaining in popularity with daily use for its therapeutic effects. But there's little known research about its long-term effects on the body. A previous study by Marchelin et al. Did find that cannabinoids increased microglia count in the hippocampus, which I found interesting and helps with this study because it shows that cannabinoids increase cell growth in the hippocampus, which could assist in lifespan overall. And also some background on C. elegans. So C. elegans are microscopic invertebrates, and they have a very basic nervous system. So they're ideal for working in lifespan studies because they also have a very short lifespan of only about 20 days. And so my hypothesis for this study is that cannabidiol administered to Caenorhabditis elegans consistently from their time as hatchlings will increase their lifespan compared to those that were administered fractionated coconut oil. So for the method and the subjects, so there were 60 Caenorhabditis elegans embryos in total, and they were assigned to two groups with 30 in the CBD group and 30 in the coconut oil group. And the materials for this study, we used a microscope to view the worms, obviously. So on their plates, it contained the nematode growth media, which is just their food. And for the CBD group, there was 25 milligrams per liter of CBD oil. And in the control group, they were given fractionated coconut oil. And for the procedure, so the 60 C. elegans were separated onto 6 different plates with 10 worms on each plate and 3 plates per group. And the plates were examined every 3 days, and the number of worms were counted to see how many that had perished and how many were surviving. And after each of them were checked on, their surviving worms were moved onto new plates that contained their group substance. And then, so after all had perished, the total number of days that each of them survived was recorded, and the average lifespan of that group was found, and the two were analyzed in Jamovi. So for the results of the study, we used a between subjects t-test to analyze the results. And it was found that the CBD group lived an average of 16.8 days, while the control group lived an average of 16.3 days in total. So based on the findings, the results were not found to be significant. I mean, they lived very close, they lived like the same number of days to each other. And based on this, the hypothesis would be rejected. And so the results did not align with the previous study discussed. And this is likely because they did not necessarily measure overall lifespan, but just cell count and cell growth. And the fact that the results were not significant could be that the study was so unique and that not a lot of lifespan studies have been done on C. elegans and CBD before. And so based on these findings, it could be concluded that CBD use over time will not change an organism's lifespan, and that instead, based on the findings, the CBD's effects may be short-lived and temporary. So some limitations of the study. One was obviously that C. elegans reproduce very rapidly and asexually, and the hatchlings can look pretty similar to the adults. So some of the hatchlings may have been mistaken for the adults. And if they were counted as adults, that would have skewed the results. Also, because the study on lifespan hasn't really been done before in C. elegans. The dosage of CBD may have been too low to make a difference in their lifespan, so that could have changed the results too. And of course, the choice of organism may not have been ideal, and that it may have been better to use rodents in this study. So for future directions for this type of research in CBD and lifespan, it could be used where mice were used instead of C. elegans. And how this would be done, they would be given food with CBD oil in it over their lifespan, and then that would be compared to those given regular food, and their lifespans would be compared and analyzed. Another that just has to do with the overall health benefits of CBD. It could be that rodents could be given a dosage of CBD before being inflicted with different amounts of pain. And so to measure this pain, they could be set up to an EEG to measure the pain levels. And these pain levels could be measured compared to those that were not given CBD and just inflicted with the same amount of pain as the control group. Okay, and here are my sources. So thank you. Hope you liked it.